Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame started inducting members in 1994.
For the next 20 years, they were simply a paper organization. They didn't have an actual brick and mortar building to call home.
That is until now. Lance Schwartz joins us now with the good news. Lance?
Thanks, guys. When the Nebraska School Activities Association building was being designed in 2006, a very wise man by the name of Jim Tenopir had the foresight to dedicate about 7,000 square feet for a future Hall of Fame exhibit area. Well, the future is now, and I'm happy to say that legendary Nebraska names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, and Bobby Reynolds are now on display as the new Hall of Fame honors the past and inspires the future. The new Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame can be found inside the NSAA building, which is located just north of Haymarket Park in Northwest Lincoln. Our tour with Executive Director Larry Munksgaard begins in the Wally McNaught Theater.
We have an introduction film that was produced by Nebraska Educational Television.
Not only what kind of an athlete do you want to be, but what kind of a student do you want to be?
The next stop on the tour features an all-school kiosk based on a book entitled Pages of History, co-written by Bob Rule.
It took us about 5 years to put the book together. It goes from 1894 to 1994, all of the schools in the state of Nebraska.
This is the major exhibit here in the Hall of Fame. It's a kiosk which allows visitors to scroll through the more than 400 members of the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame.
You can click on Tom Osborne, and there he is. And all the information on Tom and all the other people will mostly highlight what they did in high school.
More than $500,000 has been raised to fund the first two phases of this project. But there is still more work to be done to complete the interactive exhibits in the third and final phase of the hall.
This is the flooring that will be part of Phase 3 for the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame exhibit hall. We have the flooring for all 13 sports that will be part of the exhibit hall here, and you can see where the different areas will be. We need to raise probably another $800,000–900,000 to complete the exhibit hall by completing the individual sport exhibit areas.
This is one of the first acquisitions that we have that will be a part of the collection.
Assistant Executive Director Mike Rasmussen is in charge of collecting memorabilia for the final phase.
We hope to feature these kinds of things as people come through the hall and evoke some kind of memories of their high school careers.
In getting the Hall of Fame up and running, Larry has been motivated by two people in particular.
The efforts and passion of a person like a Dick Beechner and a Wally McNaught has really been some of the things that have inspired me. The Hall of Fame is currently open 3 days a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And Larry says he and Mike will also be available to give special tours for groups as well. For their contact information, go to the Lance's Journal Facebook page and I will get you connected. And as a former Nebraska high school athlete here, I am personally especially pleased that all of these passionate people so graciously gave of their time to make this happen. It really is a necessity.
And we saw the cool old scoreboards that really made that Hall of Fame, and they're looking for more stuff. Is that right?
Absolutely. All across the state. If you have something that you think might find a home in the new Hall of Fame, let these guys know and they'll put it on display.
Why don't you submit all of your first place trophies, Lance? Aren't you an inductee?
No first place. I could give them some honorable mention ribbons.
Plenty of those, right?
Yes.
We will update your forecast next.
You know.